Someone makes a joke about you in front of everyone. People laugh. You force a smile. But inside, your chest tightens, your stomach drops, and for the next few hours, you replay that moment over and over again thinking, I should have said something. Look, almost everyone has experienced this moment. You're in a room full of people. Maybe it's coworkers, friends, family, classmates. Someone suddenly throws a sarcastic comment at you. A joke. A little insult disguised as humor, and everyone laughs. Not because it was funny, but because humans instinctively follow social tension. And in that moment, it feels like embarrassment physically hits you. Your mind races, your heart pounds. You want to defend yourself immediately or disappear completely. Now, most people react in one of two ways. They either explode emotionally, or they stay silent out of fear. But here's what most people don't realize. The strongest response is usually neither aggression nor panic. It's calm control. Because disrespectful people expect emotional reactions. That's how they maintain power over you. But there's one simple 3-second response that completely shifts the power dynamic and instantly puts them in their place. And no, it's not yelling. It's not insulting them back. And it's definitely not trying to prove your worth. In this video, you'll learn the 3-second response that psychologically shuts down disrespect. Why silence is more powerful than arguments. How calm people secretly dominate social situations. And 6 calm ways to instantly handle rude, disrespectful people without losing your dignity. Because once you understand the psychology behind disrespect, you stop reacting emotionally and start controlling the room. And if you enjoy psychology, self-improvement, influence, and becoming mentally stronger, subscribe to the channel and check out the other videos, because every video here is designed to help you become the kind of person people naturally respect. Now let's talk about the response that changes everything. 1. Use silence as your answer. Here's the thing, most disrespectful people are fishing for emotional reactions. That's the entire game. Psychologists call this reaction-seeking behavior. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that people who provoke others often feel rewarded when they successfully trigger emotional responses. In other words, when you immediately defend yourself, argue, or become emotional, you unknowingly reward the behavior. Now, you might be thinking, so I should just let people disrespect me? No. There's a difference between silence from weakness and silence from control. Imagine a lion. A lion doesn't scream every time a monkey makes noise in the jungle. Why? Because true power doesn't feel the need to constantly prove itself. This is where it gets interesting. Silence creates psychological discomfort. When someone expects you to react emotionally and you don't, their brain suddenly becomes uncertain. And uncertainty creates anxiety. That's why the most powerful response in many situations is this: pause. Look at them calmly. Say nothing for 3 seconds. That silence forces them to sit inside their own awkwardness. Most people can't handle that pressure, and then calmly say that was unnecessary. That's it. Short, calm, controlled. No emotional explosion, no long speech, just enough to let them know you saw exactly what they were trying to do. And psychologically, that destroys the reward they were looking for. 2. Keep your distance. Here's what most people don't realize. Disrespect grows where boundaries are weak. If someone repeatedly mocks you, dismisses you, or drains your peace, constantly staying around them teaches them that their behavior has no consequences. Look, access is a privilege. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your time, attention, or energy. A 2022 study on social psychology found that emotionally toxic relationships significantly increase stress hormones and reduce confidence over time. In simple terms, the people around you literally shape your mental state. So sometimes the most powerful response isn't confrontation. It's distance. Stop being overly available. Stop chasing people who clearly don't value you. Because when someone notices your absence, they suddenly realize the value of your presence. Now, this doesn't mean becoming cold or arrogant. It means protecting your peace. Think about it like this. If you keep touching fire, eventually you stop blaming the fire and start questioning why you keep reaching toward it. And honestly, many people stay around disrespect simply because they fear loneliness. But temporary loneliness is far healthier than constant humiliation. Number 3. Stop explaining your choices. This one changes people's lives. A lot of people unknowingly lose respect because they over-explain everything. They justify every decision, every boundary, every opinion, and the more they explain, the weaker they appear socially. Because excessive explaining signals insecurity. Confident people don't constantly need permission to exist. For example, I can't come because I'm busy. That's enough. But insecure people often say, I can't come because I have this thing tomorrow and I'm tired and my cousin also called me in. See the difference? One sounds grounded. The other sounds like they're asking for approval. Here's what most people don't realize. People who disrespect you often test whether you trust yourself. And when you constantly over-explain, you indirectly communicate doubt. Now, being respectful is good. But over-justifying yourself invites people to challenge your decisions. So next time someone questions your boundary, keep your answer short, calm, simple. Confidence speaks briefly. Insecurity over-talks. 4. Stay focused. Disrespect often works as distraction. That's something emotionally intelligent people understand deeply. Some people intentionally provoke you because distracted people become weaker, less productive, and emotionally unstable. Think about social media arguments. People spend hours mentally fighting strangers online, while their actual goals, dreams, and future remain untouched. That's not power, that's emotional manipulation. High-value people stay focused, because they understand something most people don't. Your attention is your life. Whatever controls your attention controls your direction. A Harvard study found that emotionally distracted individuals perform significantly worse on tasks requiring concentration and decision-making. Meaning? Drama literally lowers your mental performance. So when someone disrespects you, ask yourself, is this situation worth my peace, focus, and future? Sometimes the strongest flex is staying disciplined while others lose control. And honestly, this frustrates disrespectful people more than arguments ever will. Because they expected access to your emotions, but instead they watched you stay calm and continue winning. Number 5. Never get intimidated. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Many disrespectful people are deeply insecure themselves. They act dominant because internally they feel weak. Psychologists refer to this as overcompensation behavior. People often attack others to temporarily feel superior. That loud person who constantly humiliates people? Sometimes they're terrified of being ignored themselves. And once you understand this, something changes. You stop seeing disrespectful people as emotionally powerful. You start seeing them as emotionally unstable. Now listen carefully. This does not mean you should hate them. It simply means you should stop fearing them, because fear changes your body language immediately. You avoid eye contact. Your voice weakens. You rush your words. And disrespectful people notice that instantly. Human beings are extremely sensitive to confidence cues. This is why calm posture matters, slow breathing matters, eye contact matters. You don't need to dominate the room, you just need to stop shrinking inside it. Research from Princeton University found that people form impressions about confidence within seconds of observing body language. Seconds. Meaning your energy often speaks before your words do. So the next time someone tries to intimidate you, relax your shoulders, slow down your speech, hold your ground mentally. Calmness is intimidating to chaotic people. 6. Give them the long, quiet stare. Now this one is unbelievably powerful when used correctly, because most people expect instant reactions. That's normal human behavior. But when someone says something disrespectful and you simply look at them quietly for a few seconds, something strange happens psychologically. The social pressure reverses. Suddenly, they become uncomfortable. Why? Because silence forces self-awareness. It removes the noise that protects rude behavior. This technique is often used by highly confident leaders, negotiators, and emotionally intelligent people. Not because it's dramatic, but because it communicates one message without words. I'm not emotionally shaken by you. And honestly, that energy changes everything. Now don't confuse this with staring aggressively. The goal isn't intimidation. The goal is emotional composure. A calm, quiet stare followed by a relaxed response like, "Are you okay?" can completely dismantle rude behavior. Because disrespectful people usually expect either fear or aggression, not calm control. And calm control is psychologically disarming. The final take-home. Look, the people who command the most respect in life usually aren't the loudest people in the room. They're the calmest. They don't panic under pressure. They don't desperately seek approval. And they don't allow disrespectful people to control their emotions. Because they understand one important truth. Your emotional control is your real power. And once you stop reacting impulsively, people start seeing you differently. More confident, more grounded, more difficult to manipulate. So remember these 6 responses. Use silence as your answer. Keep your distance. Stop explaining your choices. Stay focused. Never get intimidated. Give them the long, quiet stare. These aren't just tricks. They're habits that transform the way people treat you, and more importantly, the way you see yourself. Now, if this video helped you rethink how you handle disrespect, subscribe to the channel for more psychology and self-improvement videos designed to help you become mentally stronger, more respected, and emotionally unshakable. And tell me in the comments, what's the most disrespectful thing someone has ever said to you? And how did you respond? Because your answer might help someone else watching this video right now.